Most researchers who investigate the New World Order at some point trace the movement back to Bavaria in the 18th century, to a man named Adam Weishaupt, a professor of canon law at the University of Ingolstadt, a school of the Roman Catholic Jesuit order. Some claim that Weishaupt himself was a Jesuit. Others say that he was not. Nevertheless, the influence of this powerful order is not to be overlooked. From their beginning with founder Ignatius Loyola in the 16th century, the Jesuits were a subversive organization known for their lust for power, because of which they were suppressed by popes and banished by kings no less than 30 times from the nations of Europe. So nefarious were they that the Marquis de Lafayette in 1799 said of them, "It is my opinion that if the liberties of this country, the United States of America, are destroyed, it will be by the subtlety of the Roman Catholic Jesuit priests, for they are the most crafty, dangerous enemies to civil and religious liberty. They have instigated most of the wars of Europe." Napoleon Bonaparte, while lamenting his exile on St. Helena, said, "The Jesuits are a military organization, not a religious order. And the aim of this organization is power. Power in its most despotic exercise, absolute power, universal power, power to control the world by the volition of a single man." Even President John Adams wrote these shocking words in a letter to Thomas Jefferson. Of the Jesuits, he said, "If ever there was a body of men who merited eternal damnation on earth and in hell, it is this Society of Loyolas." It was among such men that Adam Weishaupt gained the skills that would one day earn him the credit of being called the profoundest conspirator that has ever existed. Weishaupt had his own lust for power and formed a secret society whose plan was to revolt against all established authority on earth. He codenamed himself Spartacus and called his society the Illuminati. The name Spartacus pertains to the ancient gladiator who rebelled against the tyranny of Rome, while the name Illuminati pertains to the greatest rebel of all time. Author Myron Fagan writes that Weishaupt himself said that the word Illuminati is derived from Lucifer and means holders of the light.
The Illuminati is so called because they are the illumined ones. And they are illumined through, according to their own definition of the term, they are illumined by an understanding of the occult sciences, of the satanic sciences, of the mysteries religions. They are illuminated. They are not illumined according to Scripture. Oh no. They are illumined according to occult doctrine, occult understanding, and occult power. And much of their occult power comes through an interaction with guiding spirits, which the Bible calls demons.
For they are the spirits of demons that go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. We read that Weishaupt began to write out the master plan that was designed to give the synagogue of Satan, so named by Jesus Christ, ultimate world domination, so they could impose the Luciferian ideology on the human race. But in order for Weishaupt to bring forth his new order, he needed to somehow destroy the old order. The method he chose was to bring about a world revolution. Professor John Robison, who exposed the Illuminati in his work titled Proofs of a Conspiracy, published in 1798, wrote, "The true purpose of the order was to rule the world. To achieve this, it was necessary for the order to destroy all religions, overthrow all governments, and abolish private property." Because the average man would not openly follow a satanic plan, the agenda of the Illuminati was to be concealed through secret societies, some of which traced themselves back thousands of years. It was these same powers that Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli warned were contending against the governments of the world.
This plan that goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years, tends to be kept in the bowels of these blood oath secret societies. And By that I mean the Shriners, the Freemasons, the Oddfellows, the Illuminati, the Order of the Palladian. There are literally dozens of names down throughout the centuries that this goes by. But it has to be in one of these groups where you have to swear to kill a fellow member of the society if they reveal the secrets, or you yourself be killed by a member of the society if you reveal the secrets. That's what blood oaths are. And they start out bad, but they get worse as you go up in the organization. Now, not all of them take it all that seriously. You know, some of them just do it because, as I was promised when I was 21, you become a Mason, your financial fortunes are guaranteed for the rest of your life. And, you know, I bolted. I said, no, I'm not, you know, I don't think Christ would approve of this.
Weishaupt saw in the ancient orders of Freemasonry an opportunity to commission foot soldiers for his cause of world domination. He wrote that none is fitter than the 3 lower degrees of Freemasonry. The public is accustomed to it, expects little from it, and therefore takes little notice of it.
Weishaupt felt that Masonry was the easiest way to get a good Christian guy on the path of destruction, essentially, where you can have them take little baby steps on this path. It's a system they've been working on for thousands of years. They've really got it down. They know how to gradually, gently corrupt people from Christendom, first of all, to deism. Of course, deism is where, yes, God started the world, but then he took off, and he has no place in the affairs of men now. And so you don't have to worry about God, you don't have to worry about heaven and hell. You just kind of do your thing, and everything will be okay. Deism to atheism is the next step. Atheism, where you claim there is no God, you know. And then, of course, the next step is out-and-out Satanism. And interestingly enough, Satanists know there's God, know there's a heaven and hell, and they just choose hell, and they choose to drag as many people into hell as they can. Yes, Masons were instrumental in the founding of this country. A large percentage of the founding fathers were Masons, but that doesn't mean that a large percentage of the founding fathers were evil men. You have to look at Masonry as a way to get good Christians, to lure good Christians gradually over to deism, to atheism, and eventually to Satanism. That's the purpose of Freemasonry. It's to lure good people into these evil roads. Why? Because if you have an evil secret society where you're trying to create the Antichrist here on earth, not many people are going to come and join up. So you have to convince them that they're doing something good for the world, gradually get them in, and little by little try to corrupt them.
Weishaupt gained the allegiance of low-level Masons by telling them that the Illuminati held the true sense of Christianity. "Behold our secret," he said. "If in order to destroy all Christianity, all religion, we have pretended to have the sole true religion, remember that the end justifies the means." Because of this, some have argued that Weishaupt corrupted Freemasonry.
He didn't have to corrupt Masonry. Masonry is a corruption skateboard ready-made for his purposes. There's no difference with what Weishaupt did. He just put a name to it and he got caught. That's the only difference. That whole system, this what do you want to call it? A sleigh ride into hell, descent into hell, has always been in existence. It's just Masonry formalized it, categorized it, worked on it, perfected it, and then Weishaupt came along and said, well, now how do we just make them go a little faster? That's all he did.